Guys, so I know it's been a while since I've posted and I'm sorry for that. I'm hopefully going to get back on schedule and have postings regularly. So this one is actually going to be my January book haul. So first I want to start with this little device that I got. It is the Amazon Oasis Kindle, and it's so tiny and it's beautiful and I love it so far. But I'm not really an e-reader that much, but this is actually making me read more ebooks, so hopefully I'll get into that more. And I've purchased some ebooks as well, which I will do an ebook collection later, hopefully next month. So yeah, so now for the books that I got in the month of January. I also got some graphic novels and some adult coloring books that I'm going to share with you, as well as the Kindle Oasis, which I will show you and give a little review on. So the first graphic novel I got was Road to Riverdale. It's an introduction to the new show on CW called Riverdale, and it's a dark spin on the Archie comics. This just has the first issue of 5 different comics, such as Jughead, Archie, Betty and Veronica, Josie and the Pussycats, and Reggie and Me. And I haven't gotten started on it yet, but it looks very interesting, and I think it's a great way to introduce everybody to the characters of the new show. The second graphic novel that I got was Archie Volume 1 and Archie Volume 2. So these are just more in-depth details about the Archie character. I got these, yes, because of the show and the fact that I'm going to start watching it, and I just wanted to learn more about the characters and the basis behind it because I never read Archie comics before. So I got Volumes 1 and 2 of Archie, and then I also got Volume 1 of Jughead. Volume 2 comes out, I think, in March, so I'll be getting that then, and hopefully be done with all these by then. They are on my to be read for this month, which I will do a video on that later. And yeah, so it gives you a little insight into the characters and hopefully get you psyched for the show. Like I said, I also got some adult coloring books for me and my little brother to color on the way down to Disney with my dad and my stepmom coming up in July. So I got 3 Disney coloring books, and then I also got a Star Wars one and a Harry Potter one. I don't have the Harry Potter and Star Wars one with me. I actually packed those in my closet for when I go on the trip because they're actually for my little brother. These 3 are kind of for me, but I figured if he wants to color in them, he can. So I got the Disney Villains, the Disney Princess, and the Disney Animals. So those should be a lot of fun and keep us entertained on their way down there. Right, so moving on to the books that I got in the month of January. There were a few pre-orders that I had in December that finally came out in January, so I'm going to go through those first. I got The You I've Never Known by Ellen Hopkins. If you don't know me, so you don't know how huge of a fan I am of Ellen Hopkins, but she is a great writer. I love her style. It's written not like a regular book, which is great because they're easy to get through, and she writes such amazing stories that just drag you in. She wrote Crank, which is one of my favorite books of all time. It's supposedly loosely based on her daughter and her struggle with addiction, and being a psychology major, that's just something that I really enjoy reading about. And I haven't read it in a long time, and I haven't picked up one of her books in a long time. I own them all, but I have not gotten into one in a long time, and this one just sounded so fascinating, and the cover is gorgeous that I just decided to randomly go pick it up one day and purchase it, and I had a hard time getting it at the store. I don't want to talk about that, but I finally got it, and I'm planning on reading it this month, so it should be fun. This book I got is By Your Side by Casey West. I haven't read any of her books yet, but this one has been raved about by Haley in Bookland, and I believe Jessie the Reader mentioned it, but I'm not 100% sure, as well as other booktubers that I follow. And it just sounded so cute and like a contemporary romance that I could really fall in love with, so I decided to give it a try. It's about a girl who gets locked in a library with this boy, and it's a contemporary romance, so obviously you can probably figure out what's going to happen, but I'm hoping it won't be that predictable. But it sounds cute, and I'm very interested in reading it, so I'm probably going to read it this month. The final book that I got on pre-order was Carve the Mark by Veronica Roth, and she is the author of the Divergent series, which I absolutely loved, and I am excited to see where else she can take me. I'm not really sure what this one's about. It's kind of a mysterious description, but it sounds interesting, and I love her writing, so I'm curious to see where this world takes. Some other books that kind of don't fit a category for me were these 2 books. I got Grimm's Fairy Tales, and it's just this beautiful edition that I got at Books A Million, and it's silver lined and everything, and it's got beautiful illustrations, and I just look forward to reading this. I do have the complete collection of Grimm's Fairy Tales, so I'm curious to see how this differs. Maybe this is more friendly for kids, I don't know, but I just thought it was beautiful, and it was on sale for like $4 or $5, so that's why I picked it up. And then another book I got that is just kind of random is the Newt Scamander movie scrapbook, and it's got Niffler and some other Fantastic Beasts in his case of Fantastic Beasts, and on the back it's got some more, and then it's just a scrapbook of the movie, and it's got these things you can pull out, which I'm not going to do because I don't want to ruin it, and like little papers from the story and their different ones and things like that. It's just a really cool movie scrapbook that I decided to pick up. So that was something else that I got. I also picked up at McKay's Wink Poppy Midnight. And it's about these three friends and something that happens that's mysterious, nobody knows, and then just the shenanigans that they get into based on this thing that has happened. It's kind of a mystery. The cover doesn't really give much away, so I'm sorry if I'm not giving a good description, but it doesn't really tell me much. So it sounded interesting, though, just another YA mystery, and I'm curious to see if it's any different from any of the ones I've already read. So, yeah. Another book that I got that I'm not planning to read until August because it's so scary big is It by Stephen King. And I have seen the movie when I was a kid. I wasn't that scared by it. I want to rewatch it though because, like I said, I was a kid. I wasn't really paying attention. And there's a new one coming out in September, so I'm hoping to read it in August, September because it is a 41-hour audiobook, and I know that I'm not going to be able to get through this just reading it because it scares me of how big it is. But I'm hoping to get it accomplished in August and September before the new movie comes out in September. So yeah, I picked that up. So another book that I picked up is soon going to be a major motion picture, and that is Wonder. And it's about a boy who has facial deformities, and he's now going to a regular school, and just it's a book about friendship and bullying and things like that, is from what I've heard. And it just sounds really good, and I'm hoping to read it before the movie comes out. So yeah. And then these other three books that I got were because I picked up last month, I picked up the entire Mortal Instruments series, so I decided to get the Infernal Devices series. So I got Clockwork Angel, Clockwork Prince, and Clockwork Princess. So I'm hoping to get to these this year as well. So I just have a few more books for you. I've started a book club at my work, kind of with, it's just basically me and this other girl and whoever else wants to join, and she recommended this book, and so I picked it up, and it sounds really good, and it's actually going to be a movie with Emma Watson in it, and I don't remember who else, but it sounded really good, and it's called The Circle. It's about this place that's a circle, obviously, and people live there, and they monitor everything you do, and if you don't know what it's about, look up the trailer for the movie. It just sounds really good, or look up the book itself. I'm hoping to get this done before the movie comes out, and that seems to be a theme of mine. So yeah, the final group of books that I picked up are ones that I have heard of from other booktubers that I decided to give a try. So first I picked up the Passenger duology, which consists of Passenger and Wayfarer by Alexandra Bracken. And I do have the Darkest Mind series, and I haven't read it yet, so I don't know if I like this author, but I've heard great things about her, so I'm hoping that I will enjoy it, and this one sounds very interesting to me, so I picked that up. I also picked up The Girl from Everywhere, and they kind of sound similar, this book and the last series that I showed you, but I'm hoping they're a little bit different, and yeah, this one's actually has a second book coming out in February, I believe, or March, so I'm curious to get done with that, see what it's about, and get done with that before the next one comes out. And then the final book I got was We Were Liars, which I was watching Jesse the Reader's video, and he recommended this, and so I thought it was cool, and I found it for $6, and I thought, why not? So I picked that up. Not really sure what it's about. I know that it's about this group of kids and something happens, and that's really all that I know. It's kind of a mystery, so I'm curious to learn more. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed my January book haul, and I hope you continue watching my channel. Subscribe below and like this video if you enjoyed it. Bye!